What I'm about to show you and reveal within this video, I'm not sure many people even talk about at all amongst the YouTube automation gurus. One of my older clients hit a record day, $1.4K day. Amazing props to him. He's an absolute killer. Really, really good talent on his side. He even hit his first 10K in 28 days, which is fucking sick. And so I kind of want to break down exactly the steps within browse and viral content to be able to reciprocate numerical numbers and revenue exactly like this. I've personally not hit a $1.4K day on browse yet, but I've hit a $500 day within 2 months. The important part, which not really many people even touch about, which is why not many people even succeed to begin with, is that the retention, which is how long people watch your videos all the way through, is what causes the video to go mega viral. And that will differentiate between a video getting 15,000 views, 20,000 views, to 2 million views. That's not the CTR. The CTR only gets the initial jump from dead and like view jail at 60 views, 4 views, 200 views, to that 10K view mark. That's what causes the CTR. But if the retention is dog water, you're not going to really get anywhere else other than 20 to 50K views max. However, if the retention is high enough, I'm talking 50% on a long 10 plus minute video, if you can nail in the retention above average, bro, your competitors are going to be absolutely shitted on by you because YouTube looks at your direct competitors and the length compared to your length. If you have a 10-minute video, your competitor has a 10-minute video, whoever has the highest retention or the higher retention will get their video pushed out to the same audience more than the competitor. If it's the same audience, the CTR is the same, it's just all about retention. Whereas if the CTR compared to these two competitors, if one is slightly better than the other CTR, sure, it will get pushed out a little bit more. But if the one with the lower CTR still has really good retention, YouTube cares about retention more because that's where the ad revenue is made. The longer someone watches a video, the more ads will be placed, the more money YouTube makes, and that's ultimately what YouTube wants. So when you have really, really good retention, this video is in a nutshell, how to get the massive, most highest retention ever. My current best performer, it has above 50% retention. The video length is 12 minutes. And then my other video, which was like 20 plus minutes long, it still has a really good retention. I'm talking like, it was either 40% or 60%. Retention on a 20-minute long video. That's what causes videos to blow up and get a lot of dollars and causes $1K days, even fucking multiple $1,000 days, okay? The CTR only does the initial pushing. So, I'm going to be basically going over the 3 fundamentals. If you nail in properly, you can basically make any niche in any channel do super, super well. Shorter walking / scene changes very, very early on in the video because people's attention span, you can Google it, it's gotten worse than a goldfish. It's like, what, 7 seconds? It's probably like a second now. You scroll on TikTok. Oh, the hook didn't hook my brain. I'm not hooked. Scroll. You go like this every single day, probably like 100 plus times in 10 minutes. So when you have more scenery changes and you change the pattern interrupt inside the viewer's mind, they're going to be able to be like, what the fuck's going on? Holy shit, new scene. Boom! Have more edits and scene changes at the first 10 seconds compared to the last bit. I'll tell you this right now. It doesn't even matter how bad your last half of the video is. It could be completely raw and unedited. It would barely impact the performance. I remember Mr. Beast saying this in a recent interview as well. It's like the second half of their content, you will even notice a significant change in editing style. It's a lot more smooth and linear rather than crazy edits and fancy cuts and all this stuff. If you analyze it from a professional point, which I've done, the intro of Jimmy Donaldson's hooks are insane. There's insane cuts, insane whatever, and that hooks them because they physically can't click off, especially if it's matching the expectation of the viewer, and then it's crazy constantly changing. Bro, like, how can they click off? They can't. They're just getting stimulated all the time. And this, what's the word I'm looking for? Psychological pathway of a brain. It's like once they watch the first minute of your video, they're most likely going to stick around for a long time. 50%, 90%, 100%. Just keep the rest of the video, the half of the video, don't even try. Put all your effort in making the first 30 to 60 seconds as good as possible to meet the expectation, but also have some different sceneries and changes, not just have the same image or a raw footage. Raw footage is okay depending on the niche that you're in, but have the most interesting parts, the most intriguing and investment build-up parts in the start. Number 2, you want to leverage user retention signals by dropping pattern interrupts. And so this is very, very similar to what I've said in the past, literally a minute ago. Pattern interrupts is what really causes you to stand out amongst your competitors, especially in a saturated field. If everyone's kind of doing the same thing, showing like, oh, let's just take the crime niche as an example. That's what I'm in, right? A really, really good pattern interrupt is literally showing the most controversial part at the very, very start. If you start off your crime niche, which is, I don't know why a lot of people do this, they show a blank, boring 5 seconds of the police footage filming of them walking to some random destination. That's not gonna do shit. Who the fuck is gonna get entertained from someone walking? Absolutely nobody. So you have to make sure that the pattern interrupt causes the viewer to be like, wow, what the hell is going on? It interrupts their expected. So make sure you do that, as well as within the title and the thumbnail as well. This is not really like a title/thumbnail packaging video. If you want me to make a video solely on packaging and maximizing your CTR, comment CTR below, I'll do that. If it gets like 20 CTR comments, I'll definitely do it. But the thing about pattern interrupts, let me see if I could even pull up a live example, because examples and analogies will serve better than just words. If I type in Midwest Safety, the arguably best channel in this entire crime niche, the pattern interrupts that they have within their titles as well as their packaging is very, very, very good. I think they've mastered it to a T, right? Drunk Karen gets a huge reality check. That's a pattern interrupt where it invests you to be like, what's the reality check? And then you just have fear of missing out because you have no clue what they're talking about, resulting in you getting the click. So they're building up a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out, via the vague title, which is actually going into my next point as well. This is so important, arguably the most important at all. Open loops at the start. If you can intrigue and just invest the viewer, be like, holy fuck, I want to see what's happening next, rather than, what does that even mean? If you confuse them, they're not going to click. Coming from someone who even watches crime stuff himself, if a title is too confusing, I'm not going to click on it. But if I understand what the point is, but it draws curiosity, it draws fear of missing out, and it intrigues me to be like, what the fuck is going to go on after that? I need to watch this now. Boom! That's how you sell the click. So this is an example. What he did next ends in a horrific tragedy. This is more like a thing that you would add within the start, like the hook of your video, when the AI voiceover comes in or your voice actor comes into play. If it's like, dad stabs his son, what he did next ends in a horrific tragedy. Or car speeds at 200 miles per hour, what happens next ends in a horrific tragedy. So you understand it, you don't get confused by the gist and story of the video, but you have no clue what happens next, and you want to know what happens next. These open loops, rather than just giving them the exact pain point or the exact end result, is going to intrigue them a lot more to watch until the end. So have that not only within the hooks of your videos, but have that within your title as well, to the best of your ability, as well as everywhere in your packaging. Every touch point of the viewer should involve either intrigueness, so they get invested to go further down the pipeline of watching from start to end, or it should just have some crazy amount of pattern interrupt where it confuses them, like, what the fuck, this is not what I've seen before. This is different from usual. I see everyone doing these kind of videos, but this guy just has another random ass video about drunk Karen, or as an example, man flees at 133 miles after stabbing his doctor. So this is a perfect example of, like, you know what's going on, but what happens next? It draws so much fear of missing out for me that I'd be literally bound to click on this video. Really, really hope what these points I've nailed in make sense. I think that's it for this kind of 3-step process. You nail these in, you get retention up to 50%. Remember, the first like little bit of your video kind of makes or breaks the storyline. And if the storyline is strong, you've met the expectation of how the viewer wants the storyline to be, and it draws FOMO, you're gonna have a 50% retention. Retention isn't about having the entire video super well edited, it's about the expected storyline that the viewer is perceived to get, and you match that super, super well at the start, so then you are forced to watch till the end. That's literally it. Hope you guys enjoyed something.